Hello, I am Bookface, and today we're talking about... what are these things? So we're talking about a category of creatures known in cryptozoology as water lions. Now at first that might sound like just some aquatic form of lions, maybe with some fish parts in there for a little extra spice. But no, that would be too simple. Instead, water lions are creatures that are associated with the water and are also commonly known to kill hippos, which is pretty impressive because those things are considered to be pretty dangerous. And they're also supposed to have massive tusks like a walrus. That's new. Now, it's weird enough for there to be one creature with a description like that, but it's very weird for that to be the descriptor for an entire category of cryptids. Like, there's actually a good bit of these things, considering how crazy they are. So, with that in mind, let's jump right in. Whoa! The first cryptid on this list is the Kojeyamenia, which is a form of water lion from Angola, specifically near the upper Kwango and Kwanza rivers. And it was actually one of the first water lions to be studied. It was believed to have large tusks and was generally thought to be smaller than a hippo. The specific relation to hippos is of course relevant because the water lions'
killing habits.
Additionally, it was believed to have elephant-like tracks and an incredibly loud rumbling roar, which is almost always heard at night since it's believed to be a nocturnal creature. These creatures are believed to be mostly aquatic and spend most of their time in the river, but they may occasionally come out onto the banks. Those are the days you should probably avoid the river. Additionally, when the rivers would flood, they would often leave the rivers for smaller rivers or swamps. And because of this, sightings of this creature are most common during the rainy season, when it has to move around a lot because of all the flooding. But let's get back to the things that make these things utterly terrifying. So, it was believed that they could kill hippos. But not just that. They would not only just kill the hippos, they would also chase them down first. And they didn't even eat them. And it didn't just like simple kill, a bite or a snap neck or something like that. No, it would tear these things up. And people would compare it to being hacked to bits with a hunting knife. That is literally overkill. There are many theories to what this creature could be. One of them is simply mistaken identity, that these killings are instead done by crocodiles or other hippos, but that's generally considered unlikely, mostly because the people in the area kind of know the difference between those attacks and giant tusked creature attacks. Some believe that it's a giant form of lizard or even a living dinosaur, but this is argued by many because no known reptiles have enlarged canines. That's definitely the hardest part to believe, not the dinosaur part. Everybody knows lizards don't have big teeth. However, some actually believe it's a different kind of creature called a water elephant that has downward facing tusks and kills the hippos for territory. Wait, now there are water elephants too? How many of these things are there? And there are water tigers! The next creature we have is the Dingo Neck, which is a water lion sighted in 1910 near Lake Victoria in East Africa. It was believed to be 14 to 15 feet long, with a head the size of a lion's and the markings of a leopard. It had large tusks like a walrus that measured about a meter long. Its back was thought to be very broad like a hippo, and it was covered in scales like an armadillo, and it had more leopard patterns along its body. I don't know if armadillos have scales. I think they have shells. And it was also believed to have a broad finned tail, which you would use to slowly swim across the water's surface. Also, forgive me if my drawing isn't perfectly accurate because, well, I just simply could not do the amount of drugs necessary to properly envision this thing. I mean, I could try, but this video might come out a little late. It would sneak up on hippos and kill them with its large tusks, but it was believed that anything aside from elephants were at risk of becoming prey to the Dingo Neck. That's fine, the elephants are already busy enough dealing with the Groot slang. Additionally, according to the main account of the Dingo Neck shell is impervious to bullets. Clearly you weren't shooting it enough then. Lastly, we have the Magma, which was a form of water lion from the Central African Republic and Chad. I know Chad's a country, but just the way I said it right there sounds like it's from this country in Africa, and this dude Chad. It is believed to be generally shaped like a leopard, but about 8 to 12 feet long, which is pretty long. Fun fact, I don't know the relative lengths of large cats, I know, shocking. And I was just imagining like the new form of Meowth from Pokemon where he's just incredibly long. That's about how long tigers are, so checks out. It was believed to have brownish fur either with stripes or spots that are white and blue. A little fancier than usual, adding a little color in there. It also had a very fluffy tail. It was believed to have a head like a civet, massive fangs, and glowing eyes. Its paw prints were larger than a lion's, and there were claw marks visible in the tracks. And it was believed to have a very loud roar, which sounded like a strong wind. That would really suck if it was just a really windy day and you just kind of had to think, is that the wind, or is there a giant saber-toothed cat about to kill us? Who knows? It is also believed to be nocturnal and actually lives in caves near the river. And while they do still kill hippos, they actually do it in pairs. And they also go for elephants, known for the big meals. It was believed that the strategy used to do this was that one of them would chase down the prey and chase it into the water, while the other one waited in the water to ambush the prey. The perfect crime. Also, how do we have this information? Did somebody actually watch two of these things chase down a hippo? I want to see that. Actually, no, I don't. I want to see it from a very safe distance. But also occasionally just casually flip canoes and murder people. You know, as you do. There are a couple theories on what this creature is. One theory is that it's actually a strangely shaped crocodile. I mean, makes sense. You know, leopards do look quite a lot like crocodiles. But another theory suggests that it's a living saber-toothed tiger that adapted to being mostly aquatic. Yeah, there we have 3 different forms of water lions, which I definitely didn't think was a thing. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!